This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Lal Malavarach and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. The Parliament will convene on the 15th, new president to be elected on the 20th of this month. The Prime Minister says he will not work outside of the provisions of the Constitution. Distribution of the urea fertilizer stock will be started from today. LP gas distribution will take place continuously. News overseas, India is set to become the world's most populous country next year. In sports cricket, former New Zealand captain Barry Sinclair dies aged 85. And those are the headlines. Party leaders have decided to elect a new president on the 20th of July if President Gotabaya Rajapaksa resigns on the 13th of July. The Parliament will convene on the 15th. Nominations for the post of the President will be accepted on the 19th of July and the President will be elected on the 20th of July. The SJB party members have decided to propose the name of Sajid Premadasa to the post of the President. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says he will resign as the Prime Minister once an all-party government is formed. He added that he will work under the provisions of the Constitution. The Prime Minister, in a special statement to media, said the reasons behind his personal residence being set on fire could be the result of a false statement that was circulated during the party leaders' meeting held on Saturday. The Prime Minister added that a government must work constitutionally and according to the legislature. Premier Wickremesinghe said he is in office to protect the Constitution and to heed the woes of the people. He added an all-party government will be formed, stating that steps are being taken towards that purpose. The unloading of the urea fertilizer provided by the Government of India at the Colombo port will take place around the clock and will be completed within 10 days. The unloading of the urea fertilizer started last morning and the Lanka Commercial Fertilizer Company, which is in charge of the fertilizer distribution, has begun distributing the fertilizer all over the country. It is under the full supervision of the Agriculture Minister Mahinda Amaravira whether the work of the distributing urea fertilizer is done properly and whether the fertilizer is being given correctly and regularly to farmers. The Minister has informed that the distribution of the urea fertilizer stock will be started from this morning. Meanwhile, chemical reports have been obtained from 3 international laboratories and all 3 reports have confirmed that the percentage of the burate in these fertilizers is less than 1%. Nevertheless, the National Fertilizer Secretariat has also taken steps to obtain the standard certificate in this country. And this news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Scan the Lanka QR code and make your payments with People's Pay mobile payment app from People's Bank.
The Litro Gas Company says there are enough stocks of LP gas in the country at present. Another ship carrying 20,000 metric tons of LP gas will arrive in the country on the 19th of this month. The company says the gas shortage would be completely end by the end of this month. Chairman of the company, Mudita Piris, urges the public not to stay in queues unnecessarily. The price of a cylinder of liter gas has increased by 50 rupees. Earlier, it was announced that the increase would be 200 rupees per cylinder. Accordingly, the price of a 12.5 kilogram gas cylinder in the Colombo district would be 4,910 rupees. The chairman requests the public not to purchase gas cylinder for higher prices. Consumers are requested to submit their electricity bill when purchasing a gas cylinder. Minister Kanchana Wijayasekara says that 3 fuel ships are scheduled to arrive in the country within this week. A ship carrying diesel will arrive between today and the 15th of this month. A crude oil ship is scheduled to arrive between the 14th and 16th, and a furnace oil shipment is expected between 15th and 17th of this month. The minister said the payment should be made by today for a petrol ship, which is expected to arrive in the country between 17th and the 19th of this month. Consultant Dr. Ananda Vijayvikrama says that there is a tendency of spreading dengue, rat fever and influenza in the country these days. He requests the public to consult a government doctor if anyone has lasting fever for over 2 weeks, or 2 days, I beg your pardon. Meanwhile, total of 31,162 suspected dengue cases for the year 2020 and 26,990 suspected dengue cases were reported to the epidemiology unit from all over the island from January 2022 to up to now. Latest disease trends, approximately 38.3% of the dengue cases were reported from the Western Province. It is very important to seek medical attention in the event of a fever and to do relevant laboratory investigation at least by day 3 of the illness. And that's local news.
Nobody tells time like this. So why do you still pay with cash when you have People's Pay mobile app from People's Bank? Scan the Lanka QR code and make your payments with People's Pay mobile payment app from People's Bank.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The central bank governor said a prolonged political instability in Sri Lanka may delay progress on negotiations with the International Monetary Fund for a bailout package. He added that he would like to have a stable political administration sooner than later. And, quote, I hope that there will be an administration in which people can place more confidence, unquote. And that was top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
In Watchlight, the second step of issuing passports via the regional offices of the Immigration and Immigration began from the Kurunegala regional office yesterday. Accordingly, the Department of Immigration and Immigration stated that the passports will be issued to the applicants who have already received appointments under the one-day service and general services from Mathura, Vavuniya, Kandy and Kurunegala regional offices. And that was Watchlight. In world news headlines, India is set to become the world's most populous country next year. Ukraine war, Germany fears Russia gas cut may become permanent. UK heat wave, temperatures rise to 32 degrees centigrade amid extreme heat warning. And those are the headlines of the world news. India is set to become the world's most populous country next year, overtaking China with its 1.4 billion people, according to UN figures. By this November, the planet will be home to 8 billion. But population growth is not as rapid as it used to be. It is now at its lowest rate since 1950 and is set to peak, says the UN, around 2080s, at about 10.4 billion, though some demographers believe that could happen even sooner. Russian natural gas supplies to Germany via the Baltic Sea pipeline Nord Stream 1 have been halted for 10 days for annual maintenance work, but German Economy Minister Robert Habeck warned that EU countries had to be prepared in case the shipments did not resume. He has accused the Kremlin of using gas as a weapon in response to EU sanctions over the war in Ukraine. The Met Office has issued an extreme weather warning for Sunday as temperatures climbed to 32 degrees centigrade yesterday. The rare amber alert covering much of the England and Wales is much to warn people of the potential health and transport issues caused by the heat. It comes as Wales had its hottest day of the year with 28.7 degrees centigrade in Cardiff's Boot Park. And that was world news. In development news, the Climate Smart Irrigated Agriculture Project, which is financed by the World Bank, is implemented by the Agriculture Ministry in 6 provinces of the dry zone, covering 258 Gram and Nilidari divisions in 11 districts, namely Anuradhapura, Polonnaruwa, Kurunegala, Puttalam, Kilnochchi, Mullaitivu, Trincomalee, Batticaloa, Hampara, Monoragala and Hambantota. The main development objective of the project is to enhance the livelihood of the beneficiary farm families through improving climate resilience and agriculture productivity. And that was development news.
Sports News is brought to you by
Sampath Bank, we present your future.
Former New Zealand captain Barry Sinclair, who was the third player to pass 1,000 runs for his country, he died aged 85. Sinclair played 21 tests between 1963 and 1968, scoring 3 centuries, one each from South Africa, Pakistan and England. Barry was one of the first past players to sign up to the organisation and loved being involved and in playing the current players achieve a better environment in the game. Barry played 118 first-class games, making 6,114 runs at an average of 32.87, including 6 centuries. He was also regarded as a brilliant fielder. In the year 2016, Queen's birthday honours, Sinclair was made a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit. And that was Sports News.
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Sri Lanka stocks gained yesterday, rising for the second consecutive session on the positive sentiments in the political front after President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who has officially announced he will be stepping down, brokers said. The main all-share price index, ASPI, closed 3.13% or 221.46 points, up at 7,302.15, its highest since July 4th. And that was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Economic news, courtesy of...
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
The Central Bank of Sri Lanka has announced that the grace period granted for residents of Sri Lanka to deposit or sell the foreign currency in possession to an authorized dealer has been extended. The Minister of Finance has issued an order under Section 8 of the Foreign Exchange Act number 12 of 2017 extending the amnesty period granted for persons in or resident in Sri Lanka to deposit or sell the foreign currency in possession to an authorized dealer as specified in the order by another 14 working days up to the 26th of July 2022. And that was economic news.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Finally, in the weather report, the Met Department says showers will occur at times in Sabrakamur province and in Nuwara and Kandy districts. Several spells of showers will occur in Western province and Galle and Mathura districts. Strong winds about 40 to 50 kilometers per hour can be expected at times in the western slopes of the Central Hills and in northern, north central and northwestern provinces and in Trincomalee and Hambantota districts. And that was Weather Report. And to wind up this news podcast, let's look at the main points once again. The Parliament will convene on the 15th. New President to be elected on the 20th of this month. The Prime Minister says he will not work outside of the provisions of the Constitution. Distribution of the urea fertilizer stock will be started from today. LP gas distribution will take place continuously. And with that, we conclude this morning news podcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.